Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two of the best receivers in the NFL. Both are big-bodied receivers that can just flat out go up and get the ball. It's Julio Jones going up against Mike Evans. So now let's head a couple hours west of us on Interstate 4 to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. A second down throw for Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
On third down, Winston. And that is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's fourth down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got some space here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on third down. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
No gain on the play there. Second down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Lavonte David is a tackling machine. He's always where the ball is.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10. Now Ryan on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Oh, he pulls over him. Cuts it out here, left sideline. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a run with Martin. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Again, it's Martin. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Winston. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they only need a little bit here. Third down and very short. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On first down, Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Here's Ryan to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They come up in an offset eye. On second down, here's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches in it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I called still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about, the muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like that, though.
He hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Duggernaut.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubt.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of... They come up in an offset eye. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First down, here's the run with Martin. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Winston, they set up the screen to Martin. Bulldozes past him, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handing to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Ryan on second down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Let's go now. Check 3. 550, 550. Watch out.
The play clock's running down. On second down, Martin. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Winston from the gun on third down. And he finds a man. It's Martin. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Here's Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. In the red zone this time. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun, Winston. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing, Winston. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and it's 3rd and short.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. Third and goal, Winston. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Aguayo's kick is good. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded at the 6. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 93 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough. Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Paul Warlow, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Jameis on second down. He's got a man, complete. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to take another. This is caught inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A 2nd down throw for Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll throw again. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Sean Weatherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's had problems here early in his career with interceptions in the red zone, and that rears its ugly head again there.
And you know what happens, too, is that even when you have those issues, your offensive coordinator, your quarterback coach is trying to give you confidence in that situation, and they may still call those plays, hoping to get an easy, cheap touchdown for you, but you violate their trust and their confidence when you make plays like that.
So we reach halftime and what's been... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. second down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman stiff-armed him. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Ryan, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Terrence Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as he'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They start the drive with Martin. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And for a right side here, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Time running out here on the play clock. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They run it again with Martin. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he will find his man on the outside. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll come out in the pistol. Winston with a give to Martin. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
To throw, Winston. Safarian Jenkins has it. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike. But that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They come out here in the eye. Running for it. Here's Martin. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Jameis to throw it. And now here's another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be throwing them.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. After the interception, here's Ryan. Backing up. He's going to float this over the middle deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Give them 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Bucs a 1st down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 55 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Second down, Winston. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Winston. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. The kicker, Roberto Ogml, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big run there by Freeman. 41 yards on the ground. So it'll be first down here after the run. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss it.
And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Ready? 525. 2, 22.
Back near his own goal line. Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Ready? Blue lady. 50-50, Mike. Let's go deep.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
When you have a lot of confidence in your offensive line, that allows you to take shots, as we just saw there. Hardly anyone is going to say, let's go ahead and dial up a big throw from the shadow of their own goal line. But they did there because they knew the guys up front would give them time. They weren't able to complete it, but it was a nice attempt.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Ryan on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left,
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, they'll run with Freeman down to the 25. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Brooks Reed in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
I don't think you got it. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Slam, slam. Ready to go.
3rd and long for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Let's take it inside his own 40. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.